It's Ebony JB and I'm back with another reaction video. A lot of music was dropped today, but one of the ones that I've been anticipating the most is that Savage Mode 2 album of 21 Savage and Metro Boomin. Now the first one, the first Savage Mode for me was, let me just go back to it and talk like I was a big fan of 21 the minute he came out. I pull up, roll the window down and I pull up, roll the window down and pull up at your mama house and put some rounds in it. Where the nigga block and watch them niggas drown in it. Murder gang shit, murder gang shit, murder gang shit. Take a nigga bitch. Nigga, you was a bitch cause I ran off with your shit. Like the minute I heard that, I was like, 21 Savage is my cup of tea. You know what I mean? 21 Savage is a bit of me. Savage Mode 1 was great, as in we had X, we had No Heart. Oh, we had some tunes in it. When you working hard, then your money started spending. I got model bitches wanna lick me like some candy. I'm just stunting on my ex, I'm just flexing on my ex. Who try not to catch this? I left that hoe alone cause she was ratchet. 21 Savage and Metro Boomin's first tape together, Savage Mode, was dark trap. It was like if you was in this dark part of the trap house, just chilling with some, I don't know, some monsters. Oh, it was just, I had this ugly darkness to it that wasn't completely gutter. It was like that was like a fun aspect to it. It sounded really like you wanted to enjoy yourself, you wanted to dance to it, you wanted to bop to it, but you was nasty at the same time. Listen, I'm very excited to get into it. I just want to say though, if you are a creative rapper, singer, dancer, producer, poet, graphic designer, a creative of any sort, and you want your work showcased and shown to the world, send your work to jbsradar@gmail.com so that I can see it, and you might just get the opportunity to be discussed on my channel if I pick you and if you're willing to pay that small fee. So send your work down below to jbsradar@gmail.com to get the opportunity to possibly have your work discussed on my channel, showcased to people. I'll show you off.
Can be separated by hundreds or even thousands of East Atlanta, whether from a savage land or a booming metropolis. The greatest their numbers could ever become is to truly become one.
Come on. Such a sick start. It's very, that sounds like the guy who does Lion King. It really sounds like him. The guy that does Mufasa. Guy goes, look, you are my son and the one true king. I see this. The first one, Savage Mode, my mood. That's what it was. Running around, beat niggas up in the club. I know she around for. No, it's the vocals in the back for me. It's the little honey in the back for me. That is what I'm liking. That's kind of reminding me of like some kind of Griselda, you know, freaking Daringa's production there. Metro Boomin, you really got that there. That's really sick. Wow, this is, I'm adding that to the playlist straight away. Let's take that back a bit. Around, beat niggas up in the club. I know she around for the money, but act like she loyal, I don't for the love. I'm so rich, get broke. My bitch got BBLs, I'm my bitch got blush. Yeah. I ain't with a rap, DRACO, pedophile, all my arms get touched. We never ran off. Oh, running. Okay. Running. I leave by my car. All my arms be running. Wipe his nose, it was running. That could turn into a TikTok challenge, but you know, anything turns into a TikTok challenge, so I wouldn't really be predicting anything there. The game pussy, you know I brought my knife. Oh, she was talking gangster. We caught him at a light. Running. yeah, Running is a vibe, is an instant vibe. Again, we've got that dark atmospheric, but even darker, as in this went into a slight bit gutterish. This was reminiscent to like Griselda production for me. You know, they're really good at having those kind of like voodoo soundings, witch-like sounding, scary-like sounding vocals in the background on a loop in their production, and they do so well when they rap over that. And I've grown accustomed to gutterish rap over that. But it was interesting to hear like trap kind of rap, like King 21 Savage rapping over that kind of beat. It was really good fusion.
Big footprints. Pussy. Pussy.
He just started the song calling you all a pussy. He just started saying his own like pussy, 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 pussy. Pussy.
Big 4 well, I'm a member. Yeah. Leave a hot cold like December. I smoke my agenda. Throw the white flag, they surrender. Pussy. All black tux, I'm a businessman. Pussy. Me and I still taking killers hand. Gotta look a nigga in the eyes when you kill a man. Glock in my lap. Everywhere. Scrap. Most these rappers. Say you won't smoke, but if I come with it, money on your head, nigga will come get it. New Caltech, put 100 down in it. Partner so sweet, throw 100 bun in it. My team breaking out a P. Oh God. 18 start selling Harvard Love B. $100, 35 a whip from D. I can't smoke my autos, cause all my arts is dust. He think he the batter. Chopper, bullet, splat, Chuck E. Cheese, rack. We get rolling, whack.
I feel like Glock in my lap, the hook is not my favorite part. I love the verses more. Like when he's just spitting in the verses, like for me, the little punchlines, the little like, I like that. I like the playfulness and the lines of the verses. And then I feel like the chorus for me just runs a bit too long, and it's not like, I feel like maybe it wasn't even needed. It could have just been a straight rap song. We didn't even need a kind of hook or like extended hook or a really long hook for that song, because I just liked him rapping and going over the beat. So for me, Block in My Lap is still good. It's just that I feel like maybe if we didn't have the hook in there and we just had the verses and it was shortened, I feel like that would have been proper solid. I like the production, again, that dark atmospheric trap production. A little less gutter now and a bit more like, just like, there's a thump and a bump to it. Now we got Drake as the feature for the next one. As in, never saw this coming.
I'ma slide anytime you want. Put you in Chanel, I'ma teach you how to stand. 21 slip and slide like a walker to a slow song. Turn the lights down.
I don't know whether I like or don't like this production. Like I like it, but then at one instance, like I'm not too sure.
I'll treat her like she my fiance. Make that thing sing like Sade. 1942, it ain't no short. Bought a penthouse, cause I'm never home. Threw my heart out the window, feelings gone. Threw my heart out the window, but I'ma slip if you want. Straight up, hey, turn your phone off. Take your clothes off. I'm a savage, but I fuck her to a slow song.
Said the last man was always playing Drake songs. Yeah, cell phones out when I roll up. Yeah, I'm more concerned with growing up than growing up. Yeah, said she wanna fuck to some scissor weight. Cause I used to date scissor back in '08. If you cool with a finish line, I seen good movies and bad plenty times. So let me finish strong, girl.
We can creep if you want. Hey, turn your phone off.
The production for me is like really hit or miss. You're actually gonna really like that production, or you're gonna find it a bit too quirky. For me, I just feel like there's something a bit misplaced in that production, and it doesn't sound sonically like great to me. Like in my ears, I don't like feel really pleased to hear it, because it's like got this high kind of sound, which kind of makes it sound a little bit playful, Game Boy slash sci-fi-ish. There's just something that it just doesn't sound like, I just didn't really enjoy the production of it so far for that track. I feel like Drake's voice is like a chameleon, so it can really fit any kind of production, even if it's a production that I'm not even that fond of. It can fit anything. So because Drake's got that chameleon voice, it worked for him. I still can't believe he just dropped his thing like that. He just dropped before you see this guy is sleeping on, not sleeping on things, but he's chilling on things. He's sitting on things, and he's sitting very comfortably on things. He's done a lot. He's been doing a lot. He's just sitting on things. It's crazy. And he will always like be really subtle about it. And you gotta be like me. You gotta read in between the lies and deep a few things and realize that Drake is sitting on things. I don't know whether I'm just late and that was common knowledge to everyone, or whether he was just reconfirming something that was a rumor just then, or I don't know. What I know is that he's sitting on things and we don't know anything. We think he's the guy that spills out his whatever in his songs. We don't know anything though. We don't really know. I like it, but for now, it didn't quite make the playlist. Oh, I already love it. Oh, you didn't have to do that. This is good. I'm liking to hear that sax in there. Okay, I'm adding to the playlist, and I just know Young Thug is about to body this. I just know Young Thug is about to come in and appease my ears. Just slow down. You just gotta hang your head and then drop it and hit.
Rich nigga shit I know a lot of. Nigga we be sipping out the bottle. Used to ride more than 9 nigga getting head in the color name. Got me floating like a lemon, cause shit snatch. Gave my girl a dub, not her butt fat. You might take your women to the Louis store.
Oh, y'all handkerchief. Kilo mama on her knees and I ain't gonna live. I can get them knocked off without a finger lift.
Rich nigga shit I do a lot of.
Is a tune. Oh, it's just a vibe. It's as if you had that freaking, I don't know, that Rolls Royce with like the freaking stars in the roof. That Maybach with the stars in the roof, and you're just like cruising through like the early evening. It's not too dark, but it's dark enough for you to see and vibe with the stars in the roof of the car. You got that little, I don't know, you got that 1942. Wait, no, you shouldn't be drinking and driving. I'm not condoning drinking and driving. Let's just say the car is stationary.
Yeah. I was finna cuddle. I put out a rubber arch, tried to slide on my brother, had to up that cutter. Ain't no ducking that. Y'all be smoking make-believe arch, we be smoking facts, we be smoking gang. Sliding, looking for the arch, they been hiding. I grew up around drug assessing, now he jogging. While you was in college, I was robbing. On pillow, all my Glocks got dittos. Take your bank like CeeLo, 21. Draco bite, mosquito, 21. Yeah, keep a LF in my color then. Still ain't met a bitch that I cuff again. He got bleach, great. Savage keep a talking John Wick. Shoot him in the back like.
That was kind of very Future style there, like Future Young Thug. I was getting those kind of vibes there. But I like that 21 kind of does fit into that vibe as well. I'm liking sliding. Again, because of the bars, quite consistent, fast pace, matching the energy of the production, and 21 just being his typical aggressive, nonchalant, not caring self. And I like so far what I'm hearing in sliding. The chorus I think is gonna take a little bit of getting used to, because it's like a bit like I like the creativity of like dragging out words and being like sliding and all this stuff and it's kind of like a slightly like out of tune, like off. It's a bit off sounding, but it works because like he's not a singer. He's a guy that doesn't give a crap and he's out here to shoot your ops. It's a thing where like you think he's gonna be hitting them bees. So the kind of like slightly off sounding tone of his voice when he does that fits the type of character and the type of individual that is in the track, that you know that he's saying that he is, or what he's about, or whatever, what he's been about. So it works in terms of who he is, what he's rapping about. It's not going to sound aesthetically pleasing. It's going to sound a bit like ooh.
Sliding, looking for the arts, they been hiding. I grew around drugs.
I like it. It's not a hit and miss track. I feel like it's a good track. It's like a solid track. It's not like the greatest. It's not one of the strongest I've had so far, but it's good enough that I could repeat listening to that a few times. This is what I've been waiting to hear from the trailer. This is what I need. Oh gosh, I gotta take that back, because that drop is inhuman. It's like godly. It's like not even God, it's alien.
I can be silent the whole time. I ain't never ever played both sides.
Oh, stop.
Sucking on me till she got hiccups. Back in the day, they stick up. Remember how I trying to defeat me? I got real model bitches trying to R&B me. Stevie's.
Yeah.
Nice girls can't even keep me. Need a bad girl like Riri. We don't pump fake, we kill me. 21 Savage, not Jeezy. Pussy. I got your bitch in me.
Oh.
Trying to defeat me. I got real model bitches trying to R&B me. All that cap inside your raps. I ain't need play your CD.
Oh.
Is all hatred is really born from hatred itself, and can only serve.
Yeah, Many Men is a vibe. Many Men is like, of course, I love the 50 reference. I love when they sampled him and put him in there. I love this production sounded really, really dark because of this high pitch. It felt like you were getting chased through like a dark corridor, and like by freaking, what's that scary man game called? The Slender Man? It felt like he was getting chased by like the Slender Man through a dark corridor that led through the gutter.
One minding other folks' business to find information they can for his family, hoping to save his own cowardly ass. The difference is a fucking rat. Period.
That is live. I cannot wait for the next track. Trust you, I'm gonna shoot you.
Snitches and rats. Snitches and rats. We call them Siamese rats. Snitches and rats.
Siamese rats? Really? Goodness. This is clearly very fitting for the time that we're in.
Mate, I love my heat. God 19 in the booth, it's on the seat. Pussy black, Air Force Ones in the field, they might be wet. Pussy told on his brother, pussy his brother told back. Pussy they say that they twins, we call them Siamese rats.
Gotta keep this shit 2100. Don't you fold on the pressure, fuck your honor. You know they tryna get you 100. Nigga be scared. You ain't Metro, we gon' bust you.
Snitches and rats. Snitches and rats.
I think I like Snitches and Rats because of the production a lot. I like the kind of random beep that we've got going on because it sounds like again like a heart rate monitor, and it sounds like that heart is not beating at all, which would indicate what would do to a snitch and a rat, or what 21 Savage would do to a snitch or a rat. He would do what that sound connotes, and that sound connotes termination. I feel like it adds this hauntingness to the track, and I kind of just really like it for that. I like Snitches and Rats mainly because of the creativity of the production and how it links to what Savage is rapping about. The Young Nudie feature was like okay, it was good, but I don't feel like it was like completely 110% necessary or really adding to the track.
Big and pop. My chopper can tell you a story. I pray that you don't try to plot. Stayed 100 couple in the blind. No social security. Couldn't get a license, but I still didn't complain. I went and got it. I ain't asking no hand out. Little nigga, we are not the same. You know what I'm That's my dog. He gon' ride. Off the leash.
Yeah.
He gon' slide.
Yeah.
She know I cheat.
Yeah.
She know I lie.
Yeah.
I be geeked up. I be fried.
He said she know I cheat, she know I lie. I said she knows you want toxic niggas. She knows that you is trash. She
Wifey, if she true, pussy. Last girl did that, made the news. They keep talking that now bad. Broad daylight, I ain't need no match. Paid in full. All the art hoes get shot in the ass. Scripper rap in the class, I was hanging in the hallway, I ain't have a pass. High school, I ain't even go, I was
You know that they're a real rebel, a real savage when they're in the hallway with no hall pass. You know. That's the key sign. In fact, if that doesn't happen, they ain't a real savage. They gotta be in a hallway with no hall pass.
really had came for the cash. I'm praying too on Goo did so much shit in the street of my past. I told T-Tay that buddy was a fuck nigga, boom, he got on the stand. She know I cheat, she know I cheat, she know I lie, I be geeked up, I be fried.
Yeah, My Dog is live. My Dog is an instant favorite for me. Good hook. Catchy hook that really encapsulates just what the track is trying to do. Like the little kind of random keys in that track. Really following that theme of savage mode. Really just sounding like savagery. Like really not giving a crap and just doing what you do best and what you want to do. That was a good track for me.
Step on a nigga in some fucking Jordan 1. Step on a nigga with his dirty ass gun. A hand and a stick in the Jeep. Stomping niggas round town, but I grew up on the east.
nostalgic. This is hitting somewhere like old hip hop, but like that old new hip hop where it was like that kind of anthem hip hop. Why is this? It's really sounding nostalgic. Oh, this is a tune.
Fuck your baby daddy with his dork ass. We at the bottom, nigga. Show me your extort pass. Gave me good job. I gave her penetration training. Stepping on niggas.
Stepping on niggas. Yeah. This has got like a throw your ass in a circle kind of beat to it, but then it sounds hip hop, and then it says like anthem, dance vibe, like something you can play in the club. I like the storytelling start that it had, that kind of continued in the second verse. I like that, you know, you kind of miss that kind of good storytelling of the street lifestyle, like you're following through with the rapper as they tell the story. You miss that. You don't hear that a lot nowadays. You hear like maybe a rapper might refer to a situation, might flash back to a situation, but the consecutive storytelling bar for bar in each line, following along the story. I like how that was incorporated on this track here. It made it really creative, really fun, really quirky. That's a really good track right there.
Y'all niggas can't even trap. Nothing post up, nothing kid with the hoes. It's like I'm trying to make a knot go down.
This beat is insanity. This beat just makes sense. It's gone straight to the playlist just because of the beat. Metro Boomin, what is you doing? What have you done?
Rocking ice like I'm trying to make a knot go down.
Oh!
When the police, I'm rich for real. I can press a button and make the ops go down. Beat slaughter, nigga, beat dagger in my face. Ski mask, fuck a camera, gun them down on tape. Brought that hood Beyblade, cause all we do is spinning.
Yeah.
I own me a couple establishments, I ain't worried about your business. Y'all run around here gossiping, I'm trying to make me some more millions.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make a knot go down. When the police hit the lights,
I do not slow down.
Okay.
Period.
Okay. Pussy boy. Charging with theft by taking cause it drug stolen. Pussy. Try spot water in the pot, then you stick the fork in. Put some holes in your shirt, now it's red soaking. I ain't running from no smoke, Pierce, semicolon. We like to pop, both us body build. You get hit with one of them guns from my ad lib. You a Benny, and I eat sleep shit up with the semi. Screaming fuck friends, family first, rockin' Benny.
He went off. What did he smoke before he did this joint? This is crazy. 21 went off here. As in, this track came with a hunger to it in its production, and 21 matched it 110%. This is what I'm talking about. Brand new DRACO is, that one's about to get rinsed out. That one's about to get finito. As in, replay button's about to get damaged. Oh.
Made it out the dirt. I was head first. A nigga used to raw and
I like how this production's changed a bit. It's changed from Stepping on Niggas because it's like Stepping on Niggas was playful, different type of production. We was kind of leaving that dark trap side of things. We went to brand new DRACO, which again had this kind of different charge and energy to it. It's like it was hunting, that track. No Up Left Behind is like the hunt is finished, but the adrenaline's still there. It's like that mid-break from one hunt, that break pause into the next hunt. No Up Left Behind feels like that adrenaline, that energy is still there, preparing you for the next shootout, for the next crazy thing. No Up Left Behind sounds crazy, which has me wondering what R.I.P. Love would sound like and what Said and Done, which will be ending the album, will sound like.
She was at the club, hey, I made her take a bath. Hey, King smoke, so I got a drum on the stick. All you see is panties and APs in my clique. We got all the bottles and the hookah in the bill. I might be a tag, use the pistol in the box, screaming, no, I left behind, nigga, we gon' kill them all.
Oh!
Ain't no trap in my rap, ain't no problem. You can tell it when I, hey, spin, fill the choppers up and spin again. Free my dog, he not eating, so why he in a pen? Just sipping balls, dog. Niggas rapping gangsta, but they really hoes, though. Street niggas, streets don't talk, but you told, though. Had some sunny, niggas think they hot, I think niggas funny. Hey, yellow baguette, BBBBS, it look like honey. All my diamonds, pink shields, yellow tape, white chalk. Multi-tags, use the pistol in a box, screaming, no, I left behind, nigga, we gon' kill them all.
Yeah, No Up Left Behind is an insanity. It went straight to the playlist as well. I love the adrenaline to it. There's a drive to it, but it's a little bit more like mysterious than the drive of Brand New DRACO. Brand New DRACO is like energy in your face, boom, pow. It's the Brand New DRACO. No Up Left Behind is like, you know, that subtle serial killer, like that subtle, not subtle serial killer, more that subtle assassin. Yes, No Up Left Behind is the subtle assassin, whereas like Brand New DRACO is like that freaking guy with a shotgun in your face. Like there's no other way you're gonna go when you see that. There's a mysteriousness to it as well as a charge to it. So I really do love that. Stepping on Niggas, Brand New DRACO, and No Up Left Behind, and My Dog. That's been a very solid run. It's been a very solid run.
October 22nd, 1992. July. I gave up a long time ago. Straight up. Hard times, everybody left. I'm the one you counted on. Okay. Would've never went against you ever too. I even tried to make the grudge settle. Yeah, I heard that you slept with a couple fellas. Still treat you like a virgin cause I know you better. When she saw you turn for, found that you crumbled in the roof burns. I ain't perfect, I was sliding like an earthworm loco, but I never ever brought the dirt home. Rest in peace to love I gave up a long time ago. Straight up. Hard times, everybody left. I'm the one you counted on. I had your back, you put a knife in mine. Now I'm scarred. If you was leave, what the thing do? We ain't together, any problems I still came through. Heard he put his hands on you, that's what lame do. Got my first taste of love and I thank you. Savage never let another woman taint you. Fall a victim to my feelings, something I can't do. Never get revenge on every bitch, even if it ain't you. God. Rest in peace to love I gave up a long time ago.
I actually really like Rest in Peace Love because of the chilled nature it goes. In fact, I really feel like the energy has gradually died down in like a very flowing way, as in, because Brand New DRACO has a bit more energy. As I said, No Up Left Behind had energy, but in a mysterious kind of subtle way, more subtle way. And then R.I.P. Love is definitely very chill, as it takes in a whole new perspective entirely. Diverges a bit from the street side of life and you know, getting all your ops and you know, never leaving a knock behind and staying strapped up, leaving that kind of message and going to Rest in Peace Love. Like, it's kind of funny because like you're talking about all the snitches and you're gonna kill in this album, or the snitches you've got, or all the rats you've got, or the people that have tried to come for you and get your life, or the lives that you're gonna get because you're gonna take the life of your ops. A lot of course, death and the theme of taking lives, because that's what you can do. You got the power to do that in this album. 21 Savage, of course, showing that savagery, that like, you know, that no one's left out. That idea is expressed throughout a lot in this album, and then ironically he's come to say that Love is also one that got killed. Love is also one that, you know, could hold a shot and did hold a shot and did hold it. And, you know, it's kind of funny, like he's following the theme, but no longer killing like in terms of physical people, but in terms of now actually an emotion.
Who you down to die for? I gave her my heart. She was telling lies though, sleeping with my guys though. That shit turned my heart cold. Hey, I be lost sometimes, feeling like I'm running in place. All said and done, who you gon' ride for?
Said and Done is very cute. I mean, the production is very cute, very extremely different from what we had majority of the album. I'd say actually it's a bit maybe similar in terms of cuteness to. Yeah, it's a bit similar to like Mr. Right Now. I feel like Mr. Right Now and Said and Done are like a bit more like child-friendly tracks in terms of all we've got in this album, you know, it being a 21 Savage and Metro Boomin, you know, Savage Mode 2 album. You know, we know what Savage 1 was about, Savage Mode 1 was about. So it echoing from that being just primarily about savagery, doing whatever the hell you want and getting all your off. Very primarily different vibe, those two tracks there. Because of how they sound and how they sound sonically and what even the lyrics are a bit. So it's a thing where those two tracks are like more cute songs for me, and in that time, in that sense, they're not my favorite tracks, Said and Done and Mr. Right Now, but everything else that was just like a bit more savage, I should say. I should just be honest and say what I like. Everything else that wasn't like that was good. But the thing is, I liked R.I.P. Love because that was a little less savage. But again, it was creative, and so I appreciate the creativity of it. And even though it's one with a different kind of approach, like Said and Done and like Mr. Right Now, it's one I really like. I like how that approach was done. In its entirety, this album, Savage Mode 2, I feel like it's a very solid album. I feel like it's actually one of my most enjoyable albums of the year, simply because I really, of course, loved Savage Mode 1, and I like how it echoes that, and how it just makes me, you know, feel turn up, happy, make me want to dance. It always got me hype, always such good hype music to make you feel invincible. So I really do like Savage Mode 2, and for that reason, it's one of my most enjoyable albums, even though I do have like a few critiques of it with it in terms of a few songs that I felt like the production wasn't as strong, but in every other sense, I enjoyed it so much that, yeah, I could actually possibly see it being put in my list of albums I've really enjoyed this year. I just like it simply because, again, echoing what they did before, they echoed their partnership before in Savage Mode 1, but still gave us new content, gave us a fresh concept as if we'd never had this concept before. And they made it more interesting with incorporating that guy that did the Mufasa voice, and, you know, making it a bit more thematic, kind of fitting into October, the Halloween season, making it a bit more scary that way. I think it was dropped at a really right time, really good time it was dropped. In terms of my criteria for albums, did it make creative sense? Yes. Thematically, I could tell there was that whole scary night, scary hours theme going on. Not giving a crap, being an ultimate savage, being a complete savage mode. That was beautiful, and it was seen throughout in every track. Like, that was consistent. So the creative sense of this album was consistent and clear, evident. There was no questioning what the production was doing. There was one instance I did question what the production was doing, which was Mr. Right Now. And yeah, Mr. Right Now most was where I was questioning. Said and Done is just one that wasn't my cup of tea production-wise. Like, it was like, okay. But Mr. Right Now was a bit like, I don't know. But all in all, I feel like it still made a lot of creative sense despite that one track. Of course, it's just one track out of 15, or out of 14, that did that for me. So it's still an album that makes a lot of creative sense. In terms of how many boom tracks, out of 14, minus that little interlude thing. Yeah, out of 14, I think I'm adding 10 to the playlist. No, probably 12. 12 to the playlist. And 11. Like Running, like Glock in My Lap, like Rich Nigga. I really like Rich Nigga. Like Sliding a little bit less. Many Men I've really liked. Snitches and Rats a little bit less. Did It Take Me on a Journey? I feel like it did. We started off in deep savage mode and ended feeling a little bit more aware that these guys have emotions. So I like that. I appreciate that. The journey was cohesive and made a lot of sense. So because of that, what am I going to rate this album? What am I going to rate Savage Mode 2? I think I'm going to give it a 7.5. 7.5 is very strong for me. I really like Savage Mode 2. That is my reaction and review to Savage Mode 2 by 21 Savage and Metro Boomin. If you like my reaction and review, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button down below and leave a comment down below of your thoughts. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys all next time. But I'm always right.